photo shoot things.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Raise the Three. Today we're talking about how we plan our photo shoots, and I have our head photographer, Kim Carrier, here with me.
What is the first step to planning an on-location photo shoot?
So I would say I usually pick the place, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And the place and the collection, the clothes, are always designed together, especially now. I mean, I don't know really early on if it was like that, but now I know the dress that I want us to make, and I know the place I want it to be shot, and they have to be together. So I would say I pick the location, and then why don't you say what you do from there?
So then we get an email basically devising the location. She'll talk about her specific ideas. Maybe she wants a certain dress shot in this location. She goes on Pinterest and picks all these amazingly beautiful places. And then from there, me and my coworker Alex, she's the co-photographer, we basically
Alex
run with that.
Yeah,
she's
say hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Okay.
But basically we run with it from there. We research flights, we see how far each location is away from each other. Say if we wanted to shoot at a beach in one place, or if we wanted to, shoot at like a cathedral area or something. We research everything possible about the location. And then, then from there we cast.
Okay. How have photo shoots progressed over the years?
So, as I said previously, when I'm designing a piece, maybe because I used to take the images myself, I'm not sure, but I know what I want. So when I remember when she first started, I was like, Kim, I want a vintage car. I want to shoot with a vintage car. And that really stressed her out. She's like, I don't know a vintage car. How do I find one? How do I get one? And I was like, well, I don't know, but let's think about it. Who could we talk to? Who could we ask? Could we post on a board? Could you go to a car dealership? And you start to just think outside of the box. And I think that's really an important component for a successful shoot, is not feeling limited or like you can't do something, but just starting with an idea and saying, how can I make some progression towards that? Because I just remember that first shoot, which we ended up shooting with that blue Porsche. You remember?
Blue Porsche. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the blue Porsche. And now we've worked with camels, in spring. So I want to shoot in this cave in Portugal. And Kim's like, you can't drive to it. You have to get there by boat.
Yes.
It's out. And I was like, no, it's not out. We'll get a boat. So we're going to get a boat.
Yes.
We'll show you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to shoot that in October. But now it's like, whether it's a camel or, who knows, a hot air balloon or an airplane. I feel like if I was like, Kim, this is what I want, you'd go get it, right?
Yeah. I have approached people in parking lots asking about their vintage cars. They get out of their car, I'm like, oh, hi, sir. Do you mind? Yeah, I've really had to get outside of my comfort zone for this wonderful one, so.
But it's all been worth it, right?
Oh, yeah, so worth it,
We've done some pretty cool things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll do more.
Yep, yes, we will. Keep on topping it.
Yep.
The camel, that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, and you did that one on your own.
Yeah, I was like, hey, just so you know, there's a camel dairy in Longmont. Right outside of our city, there's a camel dairy. Who knew?
What's the best on-location photo shoot you've had?
I think New York, actually.
Yeah.
No, you don't think so?
I think so, actually, too. We did have to get up at 4:30 every day. That was the one thing.
So, yeah, that was my thing. So, I was in Venice, and there were so many crowds, especially in the evening or during golden hour. So, I was worried about that in New York City, which is where we just finished shooting. So, we had to get up at, I got up at 4:45, and call times were 5:20. But it was nice. I am not a morning person, and it was really nice. The weather was nice, the lighting was nice, and there was a calm to the day.
There was no hustle and bustle at that hour, I assure you.
Yeah, it was nice. And and I don't know, everything kind of came together. There are a lot of things that make a nice photo shoot. working with samples that are completely ready, not just almost ready, and you're dealing with pinning and things like that. Weather, lighting, and also working with familiar faces is always nice.
Because we can always predict fit, and fit is super important.
Yeah, would that be your favorite, or would you pick a different one?
I mean, I also like Malibu because I loved El Matador Beach area, and then I just like water. So,
yeah,
you
do love water.
I do.
It's true. Yeah, no, I mean, Malibu was nice too. That was spring 18 collection. So one of the most amazing places we shot on location was an Airstream. It was in Southern California off of the Pacific Coast Highway, and this Airstream, the one entire side of it was glass, and it was on top of this, not really a mountain, but kind of. And you could have this panoramic view of the Pacific Ocean. It was spectacular.
Funniest memory at an on-location shoot. What is your funniest memory?
I have two. One of them is just cosmically funny, and the other one's just straight up funny. So the cosmically funny one would be whenever we went to Paris. So we fly across the ocean to go to Paris, and literally the day before we're going to shoot, it snows the most it's had in like
30 years.
30 years, yeah, 30 years. So not really funny in the ha-ha funny, but funny in why, the first day. Why? And the second one would be in Malibu with Mia, Jessica's daughter. We were shooting at El Matador Beach, and she was wearing this beautiful cream dress, so beautiful. And she was walking in the surf, and she got like a little wet and stuff. And then I went to go shoot someone else, and then I looked back at her, and she had rolled in the mud completely, and she was calling herself Dirt Girl. It was the funniest thing
funny, yes.
ever.
And then after that, she was just like
she was so
climbing
funny.
like this white lace beaded dress, and she's like climbing in the cliffs, like dirt in her.
And she was done for the day, which was totally fine, but it was just so funny to like go from seeing her photo shoot ready to seeing her like completely covered in mud. Yeah, it was so funny. Oh well, me and my co-photographer Alex, one time we were shooting at the Magnolia Plantation in North Carolina, and we climbed a tree together. We were two little monkeys in a tree, and we climbed, and we were shooting kind of down below. We had this girl laying down underneath the branch, and it was really beautiful, but we were just both up in a tree together, which was something new we hadn't done before. That was fun. That was a good one.
Glad you made it down okay.
Yes.
Limbs intact. So every 2 weeks we put new images on the website, and they usually correspond to new products also being available. We call that a set, so a shot set. And so every 2 weeks you'll see a new set of images with new products in a new location, and we do this the entire year. They release on Tuesday. You want to see them right away. So when we go on location, we shoot one shot set a day, but we might shoot over multiple days, and each day the location has a different aesthetic, a different look. So you'll see 3 different venues. One is Central Park, that's going to release the 14th of August, and that's like the Bow Bridge and is it Bethesda?
I think that's how you say
Terrace. So there, and then we shot on the Brooklyn Bridge, which was actually really beautiful. I didn't expect it to feel like that. It felt great shooting there. And that's a release, and on the streets of Brooklyn. And then the third release is Skyline, so it was all views of Manhattan in the foreground, and we shot those at a few different locations. One just like on the dock there by the Hudson, and then yes, we went to the top of the Rockefeller Center building and shot there.
Do you have advice for planning a photo shoot?
So you're about to hit 4 years with Joyfully, and when we first started, it was like, you're gonna plan on location shoots.
Oh yeah.
And you were a little deer in the headlights a little bit.
Just a little.
And,
straight out of college,
Yeah, but now it's like, you've done it many times. So if you could go back and speak to your earlier self.
Oh yeah.
Because you were.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
What would you say?
Research. Just every little thing that you can think possibly that could go wrong, have a plan B. Whether it's weather, whether it's, models not coming, just not coming at all, have more than one model for We have, how many did we start with? I want to say like 2 or 3 girls models, and now we have 5 that come to every shoot.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a super wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Also, scouting, location scouting is super important, and then making sure.
Whoa. So explain what that means.
Location scouting, that's basically where you go to the exact spot that you're going to shoot.
At the exact time of day.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is like sometimes the lighting isn't necessarily ideal whenever you go back the second time. So just making sure you have it covered. You know, I have a little binder and a packet that I have for each shoot, and I literally write down the call times for each model, and we go hour to hour. Models come in, and it's pretty smoothly now. Like, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah. I mean, I think, so some of the things that we've learned, like in terms of scouting, for example, we shot fall last year at a castle for part of it, and it was set at the base of a mountain outside Tahoe, and the lighting, because it was behind a mountain, we didn't get the golden light we thought we would get. And so I think just scouting at the exact time you want to shoot, so going to that location a day ahead and making sure
At least a day ahead.
the light is, or whatever. I mean, a few days before, whatever, you start shooting, that really helps to make sure you're getting the right light. So much of photography is about lighting. And then also, I think for us, now that we have, how many people coming? Maybe several women, five kids, and then our crew. So it's a lot of people. So we found that staggering, giving specific call times to individuals really helps too. Yeah.
How many photos do you typically take on location?
Whoa. Okay.
Well, so before you answer that, because I know,
Yeah,
you were saying,
a lot.
Yeah. But when I started the company, I shot everything myself before Kim came on staff. And at that time, I mean, Mia was 3 or 4 probably. And so always take more than you think you need, because especially if it's windy or like one piece of hair or turn of the shoulder or the foot and it's ruined, you know? And so you have to get like just that serendipitous moment. So I would always, especially with kids, how can you shoot like where it's automatic if there's movement? I feel like that helps.
Oh, the
too.
super high speed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't shoot that often, but yeah, I probably shoot like just shy of 10,000 photos for an on-location photo shoot. A lot, yeah.
That's not that many.
I mean,
and then I have like an additional 8,000 to add.
yeah,
to
like
it,
so we have a lot of
20,000
photos.
images.
It's so
to
much
choose
fun
from.
to edit after.
So you guys are really seeing like the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. In conclusion, there is no shot out there that there's no place or look that I would, I don't know, be afraid to go for. I think we should just go for it.
Completely.
Wherever it is. I mean, we used to shoot at domestic locations in the U.S. because there's so many pretty places in the U.S. But now we're looking outside the U.S. We shot a few times there, so I think the whole world is potentially fair game to create beautiful images and also like really beautiful experiences. I mean, now Mia gets to come along and have all these memories of all these different cultures. What would you add?
Basically, if you can dream the shot, you can make it happen. Like, I'm not above taping black sheets to walls for the shot if I don't have a studio. You can make it happen. If you see an inspo image of someone else out there, you can see and you can make it happen.
So who's the photography team?
So, Kim
Hi.
and Alex.
Hi. Perfect.
Just
How
shoot
you made
us.
your
That's
appearance.
it.